Alright, let's get back into it. Wehehehe, when you've had enough airplane shame, press B to deplane and get back to normal. Again, they make you drill this way more than the original. So be honest, do you fully understand the peril this curse has bestowed upon you? Yes, I get it. I think the options were in the other order in the original. Farewell, you foolish fool. Wehehehe, certified Francesca Blunt Karma moment. So, wow. Just wow, what was that guy's beef? When was Ace Attorney localized? Cause like... Yeah, I see Foolish Fool and I can only think of Von Karma at this point. Anyway, we finally made it to the 1000-Year Door proper. I will get to that V-Team after, because we got a huge cutscene coming up. Oh, Mario, Gambetta, look at that! Is that the 1000-Year Door? I can't believe it's real! So the legends are all true. Come, let's move closer. Is there a star piece behind one of these pillars? I could have sworn there was. Now I'm like, but now I actually am like, I think it's only one like up there, so it's fine, we can move on. Gotta stand on the little pedestal. I always love the cutscene. That's very pretty. Professor, what's going on? I like the little rainbow light around it, it's very pretty. Again, this remake is just in general very pretty in my opinion. And that's our next stop. That little ripple effect was always so cool on GameCube. The location of a crystal star has been recorded on your magical map. And Mario has learned a special move. You can now use Sweet Treat. Hell yeah. Professor, the map! And what was that with all those strange lights? This looks like information related to the location of a crystal star. That shining light looked as if a mysterious power was given to Mario. Well, one way or another, we should return to my place and study the map closely. Aha, I see. You understand it, Professor? Of course I do, and I shall explain. The first thing to know is... this map is truly astounding! Somehow this map contains radar-like functions. It's showing us the location of a crystal star. It looks like the first crystal star is to be found in a place called Petal Meadows. Petal Meadows? Yes, the area is a vast meadow that lies far to the east of Rogueport. To tell you the truth, I've always thought that place was a tad suspicious. The name Petal Meadows did come up from time to time in my research. Okay, fine, so we'll go there. Does anybody know how to get there or what? I'm fairly certain that somewhere beneath the city is a pipe to Petal Meadows. If you could just find that, you'd get there instantly. Pipe travel's efficient. Say, by the way, Mario, I'm curious, how did you get that map anyway? From Princess Peach? Really? Her Highness sent this to you, Mario? This Princess Peach. This wouldn't be her, would it? I've hired this Peach to stare at you. So it is her. Your princess came to see me the other day. She wanted to learn about the treasure. I told her about the crystal stars and my suspicions about Petal Meadows. It doesn't seem likely, but perhaps she tried to go to Petal Meadows on her own. You know, Professor, there was another suspicious group asking about the same thing. But I can't imagine Princess Peach getting involved with them. Alright, it's settled. Off to Petal Meadows with you two go. If Princess Peach indeed went there, your first priority must be to catch up to her. Collecting the crystal stars is a means to an end, and that end is Princess Peach. Aren't you coming, Professor? No, I'll stay in town and ask around about Princess Peach and that suspicious gang. Besides, I doubt a shriveled old Goomba like me could handle the trials of the road. Of course, if anything happens and you need some advice, come see me, okay? You got it, Professor. Well, Mario, we're off. Give it your best. Now then, allow me to give you both a proper farewell, / give you a tutorial. Mario, there's something I forgot to mention. Firstly, about that light we saw shining on you. By my reckoning, Mario can now perform what is known as a special move. A special move? Yes, well, stuff like this is better explained by example rather than words. Would you like to try it out? Nope. No thanks. This is very important. You'd better listen. I mean it. Are you ready to listen? No thanks. You're absolutely sure? Well, alright. Just remember, in battle, the bigger your audience, the better. Mario, it's scary out there. Take this with you. You got a Power Smash badge. Powerfully smash a foe. It's called a badge, and it is incredibly helpful. You see, depending on the badges you have equipped, you'll get much more powerful. What's important is knowing what the effects will be when you first equip a badge. Would you like to practice equipping and removing badges? No thanks. Are you absolutely sure? This is the last time I'll ask. Do you want to practice? Nope. I see, then just remember this one part for me. You must equip badges for them to take effect. By the way, you need flower points to use the Power Smash move. In battle, you should watch not only your HP, but your FP too. Did you get all that? Well, here's hoping you find that pipe to Petal Meadows. Just gonna... Wow, they didn't heal us, okay. We are still kind of beat up. Neat. And we're just gonna equip that before I forget. Hey, chat. When the hell do I do the Trouble Center? Oh wait, it's not even open yet? Oh. Well, they give you a lot at the start of chapter 2 then. Oh, hi. Hey there, kid. You got a minute to learn what it means to fight? Like, to fight with your whole heart? I can see you're brimming with potential, kid, but there's a heap of stuff you don't know about a fight. Stylish moves hidden it big, there's a whole list. Feel free to hit me up if you got a question, friendo. Who am I? There's some who call me the Battle Master, and I don't stop them, but I could, with fighting. Anyway, I got a great life traveling, training, some third thing. If you see me around, give me a holler. So this is a new character to give you tutorials. This character is very disliked, partly because he looks more like an Origami King NPC than a Thousand Door NPC. Like, he stands out, basically, which is like, God, why are Paper Mario fans? But again, I promise I'm not gonna complain too much about Paper Mario fans in this playthrough. I'm going to do my best to not complain too much. But again, I am someone who does still enjoy Super. I still enjoy, what's the other one? Color Splash. I enjoy Origami King. I remember kind of being okay with Sticker Star. Sticker Star would also be an interesting second chance because I did kind of like it, but I wonder how I'd feel about it now. So that's a possibility for the future. But again, my general preference in RPGs like this is fight everything once. In a game like this with respawning enemies, specifically Mario RPGs. I'll get to the redeems after a little bit, because we do have a little more story to go, but I'll just bank those for a bit. I did hydrate. It seems to be almost inviting us to do something, doesn't it? But what? It's kind of soggy and majorly gross. Bloop, bloop. Ouch, that hurt. Certified big man moment. Just like talking in like non-English, but with parentheses around what he's actually saying. Bloop, 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 bloop. Who just up and whacked someone's tootsies like that? Bloop, bloop, bloop. Somebody with serious moxie, that's who. Just like you, for real, for real? Bloop, 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 bloop. Would you look at that? It's some saucy mustache guy. I don't know if I describe Mario as saucy, personally. Bloopy bloop blue. He's in a world of hurt. Look at those tentacles. Bloop, 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 bloop. I'll give him a taste of the old tentacle trample. Oh, saucy. Oh. Hey Mario, you remember what? Hey Mario, you remember what Professor Franklin told us, right? You can press Y to change our attack order. If your HP drops, you can press Y to put me in front. So with our newfound... Actually, I'm gonna save that. Got the tentacles. Also stylish moves. I didn't explain that at all, but it's fine. Tattle. That's a blooper, and a really super humongous one too. Ew, it's all slimy. Just totally can't stand slimy, nasty, icky things. Gross. Gross. Max HP is 12, attacks 1, defense is 0, attacks with tentacles and ink. Once you damage both its tentacles, they'll fall down, and then it's attack time. By the way, the tentacles each have 3 HP. Now relax and make seafood out of slimy, nasty blooper. So, for those who are watching, like, oh, bloop bloop, a mustache. Bloop bloop bloop, bloop. You're thinking I taste good, aren't ya? Admit it. Bloop, 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 bloop. Yeah, you want to snack on these tentacles, don't you? You know I'd rather bloop what? I don't remember this in the original Cutlass Punk. Okay. Ow. Yeah, for those who are watching like on YouTube and can't see the chat, I added extra redeems on Twitch for like channel points, so like you can ask me to talk about like Guilty Gear lore or K-pop, because those keep coming up anyway. So like GB redeemed info dump about Guilty Gear. So hey, here's a fun thing about Guilty Gear. You know that like the basis of Guilty Gear is like a set of crusades, basically. There's like a whole war between gears and humans that's very cataclysmic, so a bad guy ends up fighting in it. He's also involved in like the creation of gears, sort of. Also, the, like... I mean, I can't really talk about the full lore, because I still haven't played Overture, to be fair. But like, Soul Bad Guy, or Frederick Bolsara is his real name, Arya Hale, and Asuka are Kreutz, I forget how it's pronounced. But anyway, they kind of spearhead a lot of things. Then Arya Hale gets turned to Justice, who's like the leader of the gears, specifically a command-type gear. And as is her daughter and her daughter's kids, all of them are command-type gears. K-pop, I'm gonna save that until we start chapter 1, because we have a cutscene coming up after this. Yeah, I don't remember that question. Bloop bloop? Like, there's a lot of dialogue that I don't remember in the original. But again, it's also been a hot minute since I've played the original, but I've also played it so many times. You'd think I'd remember some of this. Either way, we're finally officially starting chapter 1. Chapter 1, Castle and Dragon. Also, the prologue was Rogue's Welcome, which is a very good title in my opinion. Again, not gonna wait for the title screen, the chapter start Easter egg, because I don't know if it's in this version. I'll double check on my own time. I do feel like the glossy cardstock look does look a little bit jarring in nature areas like this. Well, here we are, the Petal Meadows, where folks say Crystal Star hides. Woohoo, here we go, Mario, the star of our adventure. This is completely awesome. So, I guess I'm going after star pieces. So, hey, this one over here. I have a guide up, by the way. I'm not doing this from memory. I'm not that locked into this game. Pretty locked in, but not that locked in. That's a big shadow. Yeah, Mario actually has a looking up animation. Thanks, more modern technology. There she go. Wow, what was that? I've never seen anything that humongous before. It looked kind of scary too. Definitely flew into that castle back there, right? Let's get going in case it comes back. Here we go, again. She'll probably stop us a couple more times, but I think I can actually talk about the redeem. But yeah, the other redeem is like info dump about K-pop. Which is, again, these are very jokey redeems, but... I've talked about this a little bit before, but I actually have quite a bit of history with K-pop. Mostly, like, the first K-pop song I would have heard would have been Gangnam Style, very predictably. A lot of people's first K-pop song in the West, I'm pretty sure, is Gangnam Style. I kind of liked Gangnam Style, but I wasn't, like, super into it, to be honest. Anyway, we finally got Level Up. That feels late for me for some reason, but I fought everything, so I don't know why. I'm also very, like, orderly with Level Up, so I don't like doing BP runs. So we will be going left to right in order, and then loop. So next will be flower points, after that will be BP. I can't wait to forget because I'm doing this, you know, spread out as a playthrough, so I'm definitely gonna forget. You got a mini Mr. Mini. It temporarily makes enemies tiny, dropping their attack power. Neat. There's also a badge here, the close call badge. You got a close call badge. When Mario's at or below 5 HP in battle, foes will sometimes miss when attacking him. This is critical to the Danger Mario strats. Which again, I've never actually tried. Part of me almost wanted to make it like an incentive for this playthrough, but I didn't plan ahead enough. Yeah, sometimes enemies will drop items that they have in battle. I would love a fire flower, because we need, or I want a lot of fire flowers for later, but unfortunately, no dice. Oh, Aiden, what was your first K-pop song then? But yeah, my friends at the time were really into To Anyone. And, I think they kind of like Girls' Generation, but I was more of the Girls' Generation fan of them, or SNSD or Sonyoshi Dai. I still like Girls' Generation a fair amount. Is this the one? It is. You got a horsetail, a plant found in Petal Meadows, replenishes 3 HP. So, cool. That still works. The effect just looks different, it doesn't squish down the same way. We actually can't get that badge yet. Also, Goombella will stop us here. Oh, one more thing, Mario. If you ever find yourself wondering what to do, just press ZL to ask for a hint. I'm full of good ideas, you know. In the original, she tells you about toweling, like area hints, or tattles. That's a dried-ass mushroom, if I've ever seen one. But also, this is another storytime moment. This area would have been my first experience with Thousand Year Door because of a store demo. But that actually goes into much deeper me lore, where I first experienced Paper Mario period from a store demo, but I didn't have an N64, so I didn't get to play it. I apparently was extremely enamored with this demo, though. So needless to say, eventually, when I found out this game existed, I was extremely excited. This was probably one of my most anticipated games, like, ever. Like, not even kidding. Because I really wanted to play the original Paper Mario and never got a chance, so I was so excited to find out they were making one on a console I actually owned. It wouldn't be until the Virtual Console when I'd actually finally play the original. I considered the original for Fox Girls' favorites, but there's already 2 Paper Marios on this list. This is gonna take a bit. Super might not be as long, though. I feel like Super might be shorter if I'm not trying to complete it on stream. Again, it just depends on how much I actually want to complete. I hope my Wii U doesn't die mid-playthrough. That'd be very tragic, now that I think about it. You got a mystery. Who knows what this does? Take a chance to find out. Take a chance and find out. Another fire flower. We are probably very full up. Oops. Oh yeah, you actually start with 15. In the original, you have 10 item slots. But they give you 15, which actually makes a late game item kind of useless, because they give you more to start with. Anyway, this is Petalberg. Welcome, travelers. Where are you ask? Why, this is Petalburg. Sorry, but it's been a long time since we've had visitors here. Deputy, once that dragon hooktail was spotted flying around this area. Well, it didn't help tourism, put it that way. People just stopped visiting. Dragon? Hooktail? That must have been that huge thing we saw earlier, Mario. So it's called Hooktail, huh? Ooh, scary name. By the way, Green Boots, have you ever heard of these things called crystal stars? We're on this quest for them, it's very important. Crystal stars, you say? Nope, can't say that I have. Sorry about that. You may want to speak with the mayor, though. He's old. Really, really old. As such, he knows all kinds of stuff. Koopas of his age are, really smart. Anyway, the mayor lives in that pink house up ahead. A pink house? Sounds totally hideous, but should be easy to find. Thanks for your help. Sometimes I wonder how much of my sense of humor has been shaped by Goombella as a character. Top of the morning, it is I, Bobolper. I'm as happy as can be. Why? Simply because I'm surrounded by flowers. That's the spirit. Oh, Hooktail. She lives at the top of that old castle beyond this hummock and Pillow Meadows. Have you heard the rumors? Some say that lots of treasure is hidden in that castle. Some scores of people have gone in search of it, but not one has returned. So what do you think? You're getting scared, huh? How many items do I want? Actually, I'm trying to do math. I don't know why I went into the inn. I'm at full health, I'm pretty sure. We are gonna buy stuff. Oh, hello, is this your first time visiting one of our wonderful shops? Then let me give you the explanation of shop points I give all first-time customers. Customers earn 1 shop point for each item they buy. Those points can only go as high as 300. As you build up your points, you'll earn various prizes, including rare items. The prizes are explained inside each individual stores. And that's it. Need to hear it again? Nope. Now, with that said, it's 5 coins for a power block. Would you like one? Attacks all enemies and does 2 damage, flipping shell to enemies. I want 3 of these. For reasons. You'll see. Before too long. Thank you so much! Alright, so next stop is here. Hi! I'm General White. I'm a Bob-omb, and I've lost my hopes and dreams. I live in solitude, always. I must apologize, but I ask that you leave me alone. I feel bad for him, but I don't feel bad for him. You'll see why later. Hey, keep your hands to yourself in here. Basically, everything in this room is a one-of-a-kind collectible. You think if Princess Peach was a streamer, this character would be a tier 3 sub? Anyway, this is like a lot of people's favorite, like, incidental dialogue. Hey, what's up? I gotta say, I've been playing a lot of GBA games lately. There's this one game that just absolutely rules. It's called Fire Emblem. You ever heard of it? Man, it rocks my socks! So, yeah, this character will just say different Nintendo games of the era. Oh yeah, you. Bonjour, mademoiselle, isn't it a beautiful day? No, not you, Monsieur de la Moustache. I'm speaking to the lovely little cabbage behind you, mon petit chat. Do you hear me, beautiful? Abandon this dullard and come away with me. Ew, are you kidding? Ew, nice wig, you disco wannabe. Take a hike, bozo the chump. What the hell is Goombella's deal? Oh, je suis blessed, I am wounded. Such brutal honesty, such a sharp tongue. I shall retreat for now. If you change your mind, come find me. The only... What a total sleaze. Let's go somewhere else, Mario. Only problem is he's probably into that, so, we'll just move on. This village is very nice. Clear water. Oh, he's so happy. Clean air. Absolutely delicious. But this foul Hooktail, she's made everyone forget their fortunes. How sad. They don't misgender Hooktail in this version. That's nice. Boy, the mayor's been so forgetful lately. I'm actually worried since the old guy forgets my name from time to time. Oh, you. Hey, it's us, the Happy Wanderers, the Traveling Sisters 3. This village is famous for its clear water, clean air, and one more thing. That big bad Hooktail. We can't wait to see her. Interesting. What do you have to say? I hear there's a scary kind of monster that lives near town. Normal attacks are completely useless against it. Oh, and that's not all. Fire attacks are also useless. The very idea freaks me out. What can I do if one attacks me? I wonder if the shop has a way for me to throw money at the problem. Good news. Well, hello there. My name is Koopa. It's nice to meet you. Oh my gosh, that hat, those overalls, and that magnificent mustache. You're Mario, aren't you? I've heard tales of how strong you are. If you're here, that means you're going to challenge that monstrous Hooktail. Oh, if only Koops were as brave as you. Speaking of, hi. Hi there, folks. Did you come to this village to look for the treasure of Hooktail Castle? Well, that Hooktail's one tough cookie. A Koopa, a few words, I see. Yeah, there's... okay. By the way, when you press B or A and, like, skip the dialogue to make it full, like, fill instantly, you can only do that the second time you've read a piece of dialogue. This is a change from, the GameCube version. You can't, like, fast forward text, meaning this version does feel a lot slower. Hey, since you're here, let me ask, how many people do you think Hooktail's gobbled? All time, I mean. I heard she recently lunched on Old Man Scoo 2 villages over. And Koops, who lives next door, his father went off to battle Hooktail ages ago. He's been a missing person. No, wait. No, wait, that's not right. A missing Koopa ever since. Alright, time to talk to... well, I guess we can talk to you too. We closed the gate because the mayor told us to. My job is guarding the gate. Do you have anything different to say here? Hey kiddo, you need something from the old battle master? There is one chapter where he has really good dialogue, so we'll make sure to talk to him later. Gotcha, give me some time to figure out a few new secrets and come on back whenever. I guess it's time to talk to the mayor. In the pink house. Hello. Huh? What's that? Was someone there? Who is it? Who? What do you want from me? I know, you're thieves here to rob a defenseless old Koopa. Despicable. Go on, do what you will, but as you can plainly see, there's nothing to steal here. Well, I guess I have a little money. Take it, you fiends, and my antique shell, too. Just leave the photos of me and the missus. Can't do without those memories. What? Not thieves, you say? Well, what's your story then? Oh wait, you folks looking for the crystal stars? Well, why didn't you pipe up before you itch it? We're just wasting time here. The crystal stars you say you're hunting? Wait, what did I hear about those dang things again? Aha, got it, Hooktail. Hooktail's got what you're looking for. She's this enormous ornery dragon. Eats folks, they say. You know Hooktail, right? Of course. Well, this Hooktail's brutal flyby snackings have all of us on pins and needles. So are you reckless fools? I mean, are you gallant heroes off to rough her up? You got it. Oh ho, sounds promising. Why, if you can rid us of Hooktail, we'll shower you with gratitude and rewards. Wait, what's that in here? You'll accept no reward? Of course I won't. One unselfish man, you're noble indeed. Yep, a good egg. Now, what did you say your name was again? I'm Murphy. That's a fine name. Yes, a fine name indeed. Well now, Murphy. It's Mario? I appreciate that, Murphy. They are nice eyebrows. Now listen up. If you're intent on going to Hooktail Castle, find the secret pipe that's located somewhere in Petal Meadows. I know you need the Sunstone and the Moonstone to use that pipe. The stones are somewhere in Schwank Fortress, just past the village. Get them first. Well then, Murphy, get going and really wallop that Hooktail monster. Okay, so we are now Murphy. Anyway, we actually have permission to leave now. Some stone monsters live at the Schwank Fortress up ahead, so we fear. This gate is here to keep them out. But if the mayor says it's okay, I'll let you pass. Careful out there, though. Excuse me? I beg your pardon. Wait a moment, please. Pardon me for yelling like that. I was panicking. How to begin? My name's Koops. I heard you're traveling to Hooktail's castle. I, have a favor to ask. Oh, just forget it. Never mind. Ignore me. Goodbye. Okay, that was weird. What do you think's going on inside that guy's shell? Again, Goombella has zero chill. I'm destroying my voice playing this game. As a side note. Oh, hi. I forgot that's where that was, but hey, that worked out. Yeah, because you can't, like, press A or B to instantly skip text in this version, things do genuinely go a lot slower than on GameCube, sadly. The other interesting thing about me is I actually never got into 2NE1. I still am not, like, a huge fan of theirs. Which might be sacrilege as a second gen currently. But to be fair, I fell out of K-pop. I don't know any third gen. That's a Koopa Trooper. They've been around forever. Gotta respect the longevity. Actually, that's not true, CLC. Max HP is 4, attack is 2, and defense is 1. The shells are hard, but flip them over and the defense drops to 0. You know how to flip them over, right? Yep, jumps and power blocks, so get in there and get stomping. Gotta make like Chris Pratt and stomp some turtles, or however he put that. I still haven't seen the Mario movie. But yeah, the funny part with CLC is I only got into them after getting into like a 4th gen group where one of the members ended up. So like I did not follow CLC while so active. I'm probably giving too much K-pop lore about myself because then I'm gonna run out because the command is still gonna be there and I'm going to run out of things to say eventually. Fun change, in the original you have to actually interact. Oh, by the way, this is a new forced encounter. This is to teach you about the enemies being able to get first strikes. Mario! Oh wait, that's not the purpose of it. Look at our audience. That guy's got a rock. There's no way he isn't gonna throw that at you. You'll get hurt if the audience hits you with anything, and not just emotionally. I'm picturing the Superman movie trailer now. Quick, stop him before he throws that rock. Try pressing X. I missed out the really over-exaggerated screams of them getting hit. Nice, later you lousy troublemaker. From now on, press X to eject any audience member who looks like they're holding things. Oh, but there might be actual fans out there with items or coins for you. Try not to chase them away. Okay, Mario. Now try attacking with your hammer. Second tutorial. That'll cause the background to fall. Yeah. Sometimes your attacks will cause the backdrop to collapse. It can drop on us too, so watch out. All sorts of other things can happen while we're up here, so stay alert and try to come out on top. So yeah. For Guilty Gear lore, I feel like I kind of botched that already. And this is like the first time this command has come up, so that's a great sign. The problem with Guilty Gear lore is I'm very familiar with it with my very narrow field of interest, which is Dizzy. And characters like I really enjoy. I mean, I do know a decent amount about like Arya Hale and that whole setup, but not like specifics, because I like Jacko, I just haven't played enough of the games that set up the current storyline. This version also has a bunch of invisible blocks, by the way, with items. Some of them are actually missable, like you can't go back to certain areas, so they're permanently missable. Hey, look, it's a Luigi. I thought I was supposed to be somewhere else during this adventure, but there he is. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with voicing all these characters. I feel like I'm trying really hard to do good voices for these. And I'm just like, oh, my voice is already dying, and we're only in the start of Chapter 1. Again, I thought we'd be pretty far along into Chapter 1 by the first 2 hours of the stream, and we haven't even gotten to the dungeon portion. My hope was to finish a chapter a stream, but I don't think that's happening. Especially because Chapter 3 takes so much longer because of that dialogue change I mentioned earlier. This almost looks like some kind of statue. What if you give it a good whack with your hammer? Hello. They do give you a power block before this, so you're not completely SOL. I don't remember where else these enemies come up, actually. That's a bald cleft, basically a rock monster with a sharp, craggy face. This is kinda mean, but bald guys really just don't do it for me. So May is like Goombella is like May, got it. Max HP is 2, attack is 1, defense is 2. Yeah, this guy is rock solid. Fire doesn't even hurt it. It might be best to attack with, say, a power block. She is way less subtle than on GameCube, I'm pretty sure. Do you mind my voice? Yeah, I'll try. Luckily, they only have 2 HP, and the power block deals 2 HP of damage, so we automatically clear the fight. I was tempted to try to get a COCOM setup going, but I was not ready, unfortunately. So, yeah. On my own. For this part, at least. Hello, Koopa. I was trying to get a first strike, but it didn't work out. This is a very jazzy song. By the way, Origami King started a really cool trend. And by that I mean it's been 2 games now of adaptive music based on area. So basically every area has its own song for battles. Which honestly solves one of the cardinal sins of RPGs, in my opinion, of having the same goddamn battle song for 40 hours. And frankly, this is even a lesson that like Sonic Unleashed could have benefited from, because everyone makes fun of the battle theme for the Werehog. If that song actually had like remixes per area, I think people would hate it less. Like if it was the same tune, but mixed for the environment it was meant for, instead of just big band for every level, I think people would not hate that song as much, genuinely. So yeah, again, the remaking process for a game like this is inherently kind of fascinating, because... I mean, part of the problem is the whole, like, invent someone to be mad at issue of Paper Mario as a series. But just... It's interesting because it is still very true to Thousand Year Door proper, but does have the vibe of the more modern games. Like, the aesthetic is like a blend of the two. It's really well done, in my opinion. I love this remake. And not everyone is super into it, and you know, I understand that. But I personally am a huge fan of this remake. Anyway, next part of Schwank Fortress. Well, we're actually not in the fortress proper yet. But we have another set of enemies. We can't even first strike these. They're invincible anyway. But they will counter everything. Hi Quinn, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing well, by the way. How's everyone doing? That's a bristle, totally covered in spikes. They're so prickly. Max HP is 2, attack is 1, and defense is 4, and they're impervious to fire. Even trying to get close enough to whack it with a hammer is dangerous. Seriously, its spikes will totally pop out. Oh, I'm sorry, Aiden. So since you can't jump on it, or use your hammer, you better use an item. Got more food? Hell yeah. Hug to Aiden in chat. Will be resting your eyes while listening? Okay. I hope you enjoy the... I don't know if... I was gonna make a joke about dulcet tones, but I don't know how nice my voice sounds at the moment. As I'm definitely weighing myself out. But it will get better. This is a very dialogue-heavy start. I think later chapters might be easier on my voice. You like my voice? That's good, because you will be hearing it a lot. Not just in the context of the stream. Do you care for my voice? Yeah, I'll do my best. I have a glass of tea next to me, I'll be fine. We'll probably take damage here, because... the Goomba. You enjoy my yapping? I've thought about other ways to get me to talk about other hyperfixations, but like, you know, info dump about Xenoblade is hard because spoilers, because I know people who are avoiding Xenoblade spoilers. A lot of friends haven't played like 3 yet, so... It's the anniversary of Xenoblade 3, so there is something very funny to me about starting my second favorite game on stream on the anniversary of the game that dethroned it. You got a Power Punch. Temporarily boosts a party members' attack power by adding hugeness. Why did they phrase it that way? You got a Fire Flower. Attacks all enemies with fireballs that do 3 damage and burns them. We're full up. You got an in coupon, a free pass, lets you stay 1 free night and in. I'll probably never use the in coupon. I'll probably be like, I need to save it for a good moment, and then forget to ever use it. That's usually how I roll in RPGs. Yeah, I had a feeling that would the hugeness comment would garner some kind of response. What else? Yeah, see, oh god, the stage light fell. But yeah, you have various random events. Fun thing, there was a specific chance of, like, a stage event, for the 1.0 version of this game, crashing the game. Or soft locking it. So, like, you have to do the entire, like, endgame gauntlet a second time. Because it typically happens in the endgame gauntlet. Anyway, hey, who likes quizzes? I do. I'm gonna botch the quiz on purpose, though. If you think I'm being bad at the game, I'm doing it on purpose. Just, I don't know why I feel the need to clarify that. You're the first contestants I've seen in a while. You must want the Sun and Moonstones, and if that's the case, then you must compete against me. If you win, I'll let you through to where the stones rest. However, if you lose, you will suffer a terrible fate. By terrible, I mean awful. So, what do you want to do? I'll take you on. Wow, you're in for it now. I like the, like, paper craft look of the thwomp. So snazzy. Hey, it's that time again. Welcome everyone to the 65th Trivia Quiz Off. The 64th quiz was referenced in Paper Mario 1. So it's funny to keep continuity there. If you correctly answer 5 of the following questions, you'll win, but get 3 wrong and you'll suffer. Now for the first question. What's hidden in Schwank Fortress? The Pickle Stone. Pickle Stone, is that your real answer? Are you sure? Yeah, totally. Wrong, you fools. Remember, if you get 3 wrong, you're going to suffer like you wouldn't believe. Don't let the pressure get to you. On to question 2. What do 1 mushroom and 1 fire flower cost at the shop in Petalburg? Total. This one I actually don't know the answer to, but I'm gonna say 20 because that's not right. 20 coins, is that your real answer? Are you sure? You blithering meathead, you're wrong again. Get 1 more wrong and something wonderfully awful will happen to you. Wonderfully awful happens to you. Just 1 more wrong. What's that I hear? Your little knees knocking? Moving on, question 3. What's the name of the mayor of Petalburg? It's clearly Bertle. Bertle, is that your real answer? Are you sure? Wrong. So wrong it hurts. That's 3 wrongs. How awful for you. You look so distressed, but again, I know what I'm doing here. All according to plan. Time for the pain game. I'll be nice, beat these guys and I'll let you pass, but you can't possibly do it. Best of luck, blockhead. Alright, so, hey, you know that strat we've used for every fortress so far? It still works here, but we'll tattle first. These are actually regular enemies from Chapter 2. So if we didn't tattle them here, we could tattle them there. That's a cleft, a rock-headed jerk with spikes on his noggin. What a rocker. Max HP is 2, attack is 2, and defense is 2. The hard head is a major pain. Fire doesn't hurt it, but other types of items are pretty effective usually. If nothing seems to work on it, you can always just run. Alright, so Power Block will instantly win the fight, and because these are chapter 2 enemies, we'll actually get a crap ton of star points for them. So I always flub the quiz on purpose, because I want to get a level up. So yeah, we are going in order. Again, I'm not doing anything fancy, we're just gonna go left to right over and over again. I'll have to keep track of what our final level is before the end of stream to actually remember what to do the following stream, so that'll be fun. What? It can't be! How did you defeat my cute little clefts? Arg! Fine, whatever, you can pass, but I despise you. Those are some strats. Yeah, again, it's almost like I've played the opening part of this game a lot of times in my life, and I've like developed a lot of strategies specifically to getting through this game easily. Anyway, this is a good badge. Got a multi-bounce badge. Attack multiple foes in order with properly executed action commands. I find this really hard to use in this version. Just because of how much attack timings feel different. That actually goes into something I should probably talk about once we tattle this fuzzy. But, again, I'm trying to do my best to read out everything, but ugh. I'm gonna be paying for it tomorrow, is all I'm feeling right now. Alright, there we go. That's a fuzzy. What a hyper little guy, huh? Cut back on the caffeine. Max HP is 3, attack is 1, and defense is 0. This thing suck up your HP and use it to replenish their own. It's not the worst. I mean, ew, doesn't that just totally sound gross? Anyway, sounds like you need to use the guard action command when they release you. The timing is pretty hard to master, so practice up. These things really suck. HP. The pause on that just kind of makes my mind go in a direction not intended by the game. I'm not gonna elaborate further than that. Again, GameCube. On GameCube, I could probably superguard these. I'm not gonna risk it on Switch. So yeah, again, this version's resolution... Oh my god, Quinn. This version runs at... I think 1600 by 900. If I recall correctly. And because of that, it's not quite a full 1080p. But it also runs at like 30 FPS instead of 60. It's a pretty locked 30 FPS, even on Switch 1. However, people data mine games all the time, and for this game, they found an option for higher resolution support. Nothing about higher frame rate, so who knows about that, but like, I think a 1440p option was data mined, but it's not implemented, obviously. So there's a lot of speculation that this game could get like a Switch 2 patch to unlock the options that are already in the code. Knowing my luck, I'll get to the very end of this playthrough and they'll finally patch it. Like, that's probably what's going to happen, because I know my luck. They've also added a bunch of items, as I said earlier. Like, there's this block here that's not in the original that has a fire flower. Fire flowers are great against fuzzies because they all have 3 HP. You got a sunstone, a mystical stone shaped like the sun. We can evolve a Pokemon. What evolves with a sunstone, I cannot tell you. This is like Blossom. I'm not a Pokemon girly. At least from the perspective of knowing all of the stats and everything. I'm not super knowledgeable about Pokemon to that level. like I'm a very casual Pokemon fan, truth be told. I just play the games and have fun with all the cute Pokemon, and then just kind of move on with my life. I don't really dwell in, like, raising teams or filling out the Pokedex and all that stuff. So yeah. There's a constant hope for a lot of games to get Switch 2 upgrades of some kind. And this is definitely one of them, where it's like, I would also be down for a Switch 2 enhanced version of this game. Like, because they're already in the code, and because this was a recent game, meaning, some future-proofing was already probably done in advance at that point, I kind of would expect a patch instead of like a paid upgrade. Ow. That was the one that already had like full health, so we didn't lose time by that, at least. So yeah, again, I know my luck. We'll get to the end of the playthrough and then suddenly the patch will drop. And it's like, oh, cool, after I'm already done with the game. Yeah, that was too early. I was trying to super guard just to flex, but that backfired. Hi. They actually pause you a lot more, like on GameCube. You can actually manually... You can still move around the menu. As the rock prompt shows up, they kind of force you to stop and pay attention in this version, so there is a certain amount of like... I don't like saying hand-holding because it always feels really snarky in the way that like gamers like to complain about hand-holding. But I'm trying to figure out a better word for it than that, to be blunt. But yeah, in terms of like making it so you can't mess up as much, I guess, this game does have a decent amount of like little small tweaks to make it a little bit easier. You like holding hands? Yeah, I know. I will gladly hold your hand. The other game that people really want to switch to patch for is Xenoblade X, because there is a 60 FPS option in the code, but it's not enabled. So people are expecting a Switch 2 upgrade for that as well. My take is I'm not gonna wait around for this stuff. Part of me wanted to wait for Thousand Year Door to be like, oh, maybe if I wait long enough, but then I'll just be waiting forever. You got a Moonstone, a mystical stone shaped like the moon. We can now evolve something. I don't know what evolves with a Moonstone. Ads are about to start, but this actually works out really well timing-wise compared to the previous time. Nice. 12 star points for us. Neat. We got both stones, so we're gonna go hop over here. I might pause early, actually, because we do have a mini-boss coming up in the next room, so I think we'll actually pause. And come back. Nidoqueen, Nidoking, Wigglytuff, and Clefable. Ah, that makes sense. But yeah, we'll take the ad break slightly early. There's like 20 seconds until it happens. But we will resume and see how far we can get in Chapter 1.